To ask you something. You are not recording right now, right?
1 second. I just now started. 1 second.
Thanks, Ram.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So today, like, what are the pending topics in the product management is? So we have a relationship. I have not told so far. This will be covered, and item status also covered. So interclass, intraclasses are as not covered. This manage operational attribute groups, this will be more useful when you go for manufacturing. So I'm not touching much. So I will show where these kind of options are there, and the purpose of this particular operational attribute groups mostly used in the manufacturing side. So when you are designing the particular item, then they will go for this operational attribute groups. So as soon as SCM is concerned, so we are only targeting on how to receive the goods, okay, and how to supply to the customers. So these areas we are targeting more. So that is what these operational attributes are not much impact when you are concerned about the SCM. So this will be more impact on the manufacturing side. Okay, and interclass, intraclass we are going to discuss now. Before that, I have somewhere I mentioned item relationship. Okay, so what do you mean by item relationship? So item relationship means it is just similar like a substitute item. Okay, for example, you have item, let us take one mobile display or mobile processor. Okay, so mobile processor, they want some 1 gigahertz processor, 1 gigahertz processor required, okay, to develop mobile or something else. Okay, so uh, because of demand, or because of some stock or something, due to some miscellaneous things, this 1 gigahertz processor is not present in their stock. Okay, so but same kind of functionalities, whatever this 1 gigahertz processor is doing, same kind of functionalities will be do by some 1.1 gigahertz processor. So what they will do is, instead of waiting for this particular processor, they will use this 1.1 gigahertz processor into their production. Means substitute means, instead of, see, the main thing is not present, so to replace that one, we are going to go for another item that is called as substitute item. So same kind of functionality will be present in the item relationship. So if we are, how we are going to define, how we are going to design the structure is, so we have an item. Okay, so once you open the product master page, create item page, so there we have a item attributes, there are a lot of things, item associations, all those things. So under this same master page, you can find item relationship. This is the one of the tab. So there, what we are doing is, we are providing some relationship between your master item and substitute item. So for example, your master item is A, okay, and relationship I am providing to the B. So if I provide the relationship, for example, in some certain cases, if A is not present in their manufacturing or some other areas, what they are going to do, using this relationship, they are going to pick the B and do the transactions. So that is the purpose of item relationship. So how we are going to do this item relationship in the product management, in the master screen, item master screen. So what you have to do for that, you go to product management, go to product information management, and I said create item. So create item is the place to create your item. So what I will do is, I'll create two items, and then I'll provide the relationship between those two items. So already we have some items already created. So now let me check some of the items here. So I wanted to, what you call view the items, whatever items I have created. So I have created this one. So previous week, so RTE something and WDC also we created. So let me search this particular item. So for item search, what we have to do, what we have to use, manage item. Manage item or this particular search box will be used to view the existing items, whatever items which are present in the system. Okay. Or this is the one of the option, and one more option is go to task list and manage items. From here also we can find the items which were stored into the database. Okay. Now I have this particular item. Let us go WDC back to back 001 is there. So this particular item belongs to which inventory arcs? So these are the inventory arcs. That is fine. So what I will do is I'll create one more item. Then that second item will make a relationship with this particular item. Okay. So how to create the new item? Okay, we'll keep same. We'll keep this page as it is. I'll open another page. Go to product information. Go to create item. So our organization is CCS item master.
When will you tell me how to create templates?
Okay, templates. Yeah, we'll cover that also. After finishing this, we'll cover the
As I
temp.
created item, but I do not have any templates in it.
No, no. See, when you select the class, automatically templates will appear.
But I am in my item class. I have not created any template. Na?
No, yeah. If you are not created means that custom templates won't appear, but default templates will come.
No, nothing came. It came as
Okay,
planned.
I'll show it to you how to that. Okay. So this is the item class. So okay. So what I will do is I don't want to create from. Okay. Anyhow, I'll create a new item. Not a problem. So now I'll select the purchase item. Click on OK. So let us keep some name here. WDC 34001. Okay, so item status, it is active, life cycle, production, purchase item, package type, unit, and primary unit of measure. I'll be taking only each here. Okay, each EA. Okay, so specifications and all, it will default from the item template. So I don't want to change anything. Go to associations, and I need to add this one to some specific inventory arc. Okay, so this one it won't come because our item class security you have provided, right? So only specific inventory arcs only we were allowed. So what is our WDC? Think organizations. Let me see in here. Item arc RTE inventory arc. Okay. So why other inventory arcs are not showing? because in the item class we allowed only some of the, I mean, inventory arc, CCS item arc, and RT inventory arc. We are not allowed remaining inventory arcs. So once you allowed in the item class while defining the security, here system will allow to add your whichever inventory arcs you allowed there, same inventory arcs, system will allow to add in the association tab. Okay. Now I created and the category, yeah, category once you save, automatically system will pull. So package type cannot be set to base unit. Package type cannot be set to base. What is the issue here? Okay, this will be each, not this one. Just save. Okay, and associations were added. So that's all. That is remaining categories. Yeah, after saving, system will pull from the functional area catalogs. Default category will pull. Okay, now I created one of the item. So already I have one more item called as WDC back to back. Now I want to make a relationship between these two. So how to do that? Save and close. Now go back and open our first item. Okay. So we have to open always item master. So 001 is not a master. It is the inventory arc. So just cancel, refresh one more time. Okay, so here you can find 00 is the organization. So now we'll see whether system will allow to add to make a relationship, because this item is belongs to 00. 00 is the master arc, but whatever item which we define, this item is belongs to this inventory arc. So let us verify whether system will allow to build a relationship. So whether system will allow, I think it won't allow. Let us try. Go to relationships. So relationship is the tab. There we can make a relationship. So related items, click on plus. So now what is our item? This is our item. Yeah, see why, what is the reason?
Person should not be there in the item number.
No. See, this item, WDC item is belongs to which master arc? This is the master arc. But WDC back to back is belongs to 00. So I'll show to you. So that is what system not allow. See, when you see here, when you go to associations, see this item WDC back to back is belongs to 000 is the master org organization. But whatever item which we define, that is not belongs to 00. That is the reason system is not allowing to make a relationship. So what we need to do now? So whenever if you want to build a relationship, the mandatory step is the items, whatever items which you are defining, you have to define under same master arc only. If we are not, if we are defining under same master arc, system will allow to build a relationship. Else, system won't allow. Okay,
Okay.
now what I have to do? We'll create one more item under CCS item master arc and we'll verify it. So here it won't allow because this WDC back to back is belongs to 00 master organization. Now we will quickly create one new item with CCS. Create item CCS RTM. So anything you can select here, not a problem. Okay, we'll take same purchase item. Click on OK. Now WDC 89001 item status active life cycle production, and here this will be each. And remaining you can keep as it is. So here inventory arc. What is our inventory arc? RTE inventory arc. So this is the second item we built. So this is my first item and this is my second item. Okay. Now you go and verify, it will allow. So here also you can add it. There is not a problem. You should not go to first item and then add. So in the second item also, you try here itself. Click on plus. Now what is the item of what's this one? See now. See here what is the type? Conflict, fulfillment. So there are a lot of options. So whichever you want, you can select it. Prerequisite, optional charge, regularity, related to repair service. So many things. You can select whichever you want, substitute item or merge item, whichever type you want, you can select it. I'm selecting a substitute. And relationship, you have any description, you can select here. Or here reciprocal and planning enabled. This will be like planning. Okay, reciprocal means if, for example, you ordered this item. Okay, so while receiving the goods, okay, sorry, you ordered this item WDC 9879. Okay, so while receiving, you can receive, instead of this one, you can receive as a WDC 12345. So when you enable this reciprocal, mutually you can exchange the things. Either while receiving, either you can keep WDC 9879 or you can keep WDC 12345. System will allow to receive the goods. So these particular things, to how to, I mean, in order to test it, so we should have a procurement activities. So once you don't have procurement activities, we cannot test it, this particular functionality, whether reciprocal is working or not. But this particular functionality is explaining how to build a relationship between two items. Okay.
Okay.
So this way we can define your relationship with your items. So you may get a one question whether you have to make only one-to-one relationship or one-to-many. You can make one-to-many, not a problem.
Mm.
Okay, so that depends upon your requirement. Okay, so that is the way how to build a relationship. Now I cannot test it because once you receive the goods, then only I can able to test. So when you want to receive the goods, we should have a procurement activities. So let us try, I think, let us try one, we'll try to do with miscellaneous only, whether system will allow to do or not. Mm, okay, go to inventory. Okay, before that, this item, not this one. Mm, this item and this item we have taken. This item, okay, and yeah, RT inventory, fine. So now what I will do is, in order to test that relationship, I'm going to inventory management area, RTE inventory arc. So which is the, where is the dashboard? I mean, where is that icon present in the dashboard? Supply chain, go to inventory management. So what is the inventory arc here? Our inventory arc is RTE inventory arc. So first here, this inventory organization is 001. First we need to change to our inventory arc. So once we have access, then system will allow to change, or else system will display like display message saying that you don't have that specific data, I mean specific organization, specific access to the organization. So what is our organization? RTE. Think we don't have, I guess. There are a lot because these are like, demo instance, right? So many people will create so many things. Mm, what is that? Sorry. RTE. Okay, I think it is there. Okay, so now inventory arc is RTE inventory. Now go and build, I mean, test it the relationship. Let me try, because with miscellaneous, I don't think so. We will try. Mm, yeah, here it is not allowing. So if the organization is not coming means you don't, I mean the person. So I mean myself, I don't have a access for this organization. So let me create access for that. So how to create the access, manage data access for the users. I have a job role, but I don't have a access to specific organization. So how to do that? So which are the job roles? Inventory arc and warehouse manager. Inventory manager and warehouse manager. These are the two job roles which are required to perform all inventory transactions. So what is the security context value? It is the inventory arc value. Okay. So I'll keep duplicate and I'll change the security context. So now warehouse manager, sorry, warehouse manager, inventory arc, same thing. Okay. Now click on save and close. Click on done. Close the screen. Close the form. Now go back to change. Now we'll try change the organization. Now you can see RT inventory arc. Select that. Click on OK. Now I'll try to do some receipt and then issue. Say receipt, I will use one item. While doing issue, I'll use the relationship item. Let me try. So miscellaneous receipt, use current item, that's fine. Yes. Now click on plus. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking one of the item. This is the item I'm receiving. While issuing, receipt means it will come to your inventory. Issue means it will goes out from your inventory arc. So let me receive the material with this. So go to sub inventory. We don't have any sub inventories here. Okay. So we'll create one sub inventory for that our inventory arc. So how to create sub inventory? Manage sub inventories and locators is the task. Go to setup and maintenance. So these and all like concepts. Once you understand the concepts, by doing R&D, doing more and more analysis and more exploration, so we'll get more and more grip. Okay. So with one shot, these things won't come, but concept once you understand that concept you can apply for different different ways. So that is what like once you are we will get a grip on concept. So based on the concept, by doing more and more R&D, you will get a grip on different various scenarios. Okay.
You said you will give me some interview questions.
Yeah, those things and all I'll give. But now see, just take one simple example. I am doing miscellaneous transaction. Okay. Now
Mm.
what and all we did. So we did a data access. Data access, we don't have that particular specific organization. And then what we did while doing the transaction, so we feel that inventory are having sub inventories, but when you are doing the transaction, we'll come to know we don't have any sub inventories defined. So these and all how we are going to find by doing the R&D, by doing the practice. Some of the things by doing practice we will get a idea. Some of the things from the concept will get idea, but from the concept I can say only 20% will get. By doing practice and by doing various scenarios testing, you will get more and more grip on the subject.
Okay.
Okay. Now what is the task? Manage sub inventory and locators. Manage sub inventory locators.
From
Yeah,
that
yeah. Now
the
sorry,
server for April.
sorry, Priya, I didn't understand.
Okay, you finish. We'll talk at the end of the session.
Okay. So inventory arc is this one. Now I'm creating. So at least one sub inventory is required to do the transactions with inventory. If you want to do any transaction with inventory management, your inventory organization should have at least one sub inventory has to be defined. If there is no sub inventory, system won't allow to do any transactions across your inventory management functional area. Okay. Now I want to make some sub inventory here. Sub inventory one. So sub inventory type storage. So remaining things and all optional now at present. Okay. Now I created one RTE sub inventory. Click on done. Now go back to miscellaneous. So now system shown one sub inventory. Now quantity, I want to keep some 130. So account is mandatory here. So select any account. Now we did one transaction. So now we can verify the transaction quantity, on hand quantity. So what is our item we given? This is our item. Click on search. Now system is showing 130 is the on hand quantity because we received miscellaneous receipt means it will receive the goods and it will show into the inventory org as a on hand. Now we'll try to issue by using different item because we made a relationship, right? I think this relationship won't work with the miscellaneous receipt and issue, but we'll try. We'll see whether it will work or not. Now go to again same miscellaneous transaction. Now type is miscellaneous issue. So use current item. If you select S, now because we made a relationship, now I'll use this one with their system. Okay. See, available is 0. So system won't allow relationship between the miscellaneous things, but the relationship will work when you receiving the goods. Okay, when you are doing the what you called creation of sales order for the customer. So during the time only this particular relationship will work. But for miscellaneous transactions, this relationship, whatever relationship we build, it won't impact, it won't work at all. So now we can see available quantity is 0. Okay. So we'll try that particular thing while doing the procurement area.
Mm.
Okay. Now we'll see the interclass. So we have two more topics, interclass and intraclass. So what is interclass and intraclass? So intraclass means intra or intraclass. So it is very easy. So we have seen UOM creations, unit of measure creations, and UOM conversions we have seen, and we have seen how to define the class types. So if you go to the system, go to setup and maintenance, go to manufacturing area, go to items, all tasks. So unit of measure we already seen, unit of measure, right? Now in the unit of measure, what and all tasks we have covered? UOM classes and UOM standard conversions. Okay. Now what is the purpose of defining interclass and intraclass? So interclass and intraclass always we are defining with respect to item. Suppose the item, for example, one item is there. That item in one particular scenario, we are considering the UOM as a each. In one scenarios, the UOM as a liters. So are you getting my point? In some
Yes, yes,
scenarios, pardon, sorry.
yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. So the class name, the class type will be changing. In one scenarios, the class type is quantity. In other scenarios, the class name is liters. So when you have a such a scenario in your application, so to transact your item, you must define the interclass, sorry, intra-class for that item specific to your UVMs. Okay. So we'll see how to define that inter 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 or intra. What is the difference? Inter and intra means, inter means the we'll see that intra class and inter class. Let me open that screen so that I'll get idea here.
1 second, my phone is ringing.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, it was
Yeah,
just a
no problem.
spam.
Okay. So we'll see how to define the intra class and then inter class. Okay. Now I'm going to
Okay.
define intra class. So here always this particular intra class or inter class will be allowed by the Oracle for your specific item only. Okay. Now I want to change the inventory organization to my inventory organizations. Whatever item, whatever inventory organization which I have added for item, my item. So I'm going to take those that particular inventory organizations. So RT inventory org. So RT organization type inventory. RT organization type. Okay. Click on OK here. Now I want to define one conversion. So what is my item? So this is my item. Okay. So from UAM class name to conversion to base UAM. So from UAM, I want to take here, okay, search anything, bundles are there, bundle, UAM bundles, nothing is there. Okay, so what I will do is, so I have only these things. Okay, let us take a lot. Lot from UAM class name quantity to conversion is 10. So already they have defined like that. Okay, let us take 1000 each. Cycle 0.5 quantity. Okay, so just I am taking a lot here. So from UAM is the lot, class name is the quantity, conversion is 10. So I wanted to give some 100 here.
Okay.
Now, if I make any transaction for this particular item, okay. So if it is the UAM is the lot, okay. If UAM is the lot, class name is quantity, and the conversion base UAM is the each. Okay, so that time what system will do is system will multiply. For example, they received one lot. Okay, in terms of each, how much it will be? 1 into 100. So it will display in the transaction, I mean in the on hand quantity as 100. Suppose if we receive two lots based on this conversion type, system will show in the on hand in terms of each means system will show as a 200. If it is 3 lot, system will show as a 300. If it is 4, 400. So like that, we can build the relationship, the conversion for your intra class for your specific item. Now we can verify this particular intra class using one transaction. Okay. So now we'll see how system will display the value into the on hand quantity. So now I define one intra class conversion. I'll go to miscellaneous transaction. Go to inventory management. If you make a miscellaneous transaction, we'll come to know whether our conversion is working or not. So go to again miscellaneous receipt. Click on plus. So my item is same item. Sub inventory is same. Now the UOM name I can select as a lot here. Means I am receiving for this specific item, so quantity of 3 lots. Okay, if I check once your transaction has been completed, if we check in your inventory, if we check in the on hand quantity, if on hand quantity UOM is each, so what system has to show? System has to show 3 into 100. It means that 300 quantity it has to show, because intra class we define between lot and each. Okay, so let me try that. So select any, just these are all like account for account transactions, this accountings and all. So now
This
quantity,
is always account always have to be which we have created, right? COA.
yes, COA, chart of account structure.
Yeah, otherwise it gives error. It
Error,
always it's a
exactly,
problem for me.
correct. Okay, now 3 quantity of lot I am receiving, but when I verify into the on hand quantity, if my UOM is each, it has to show 300 each. Okay, so now submit. You must enter a value because we selected current cost item is no. So how to enter that? Click on view details. Here we have option unit cost, enter unit cost details. So click on plus. So cost type is item price. So I can give my own item cost. Click on OK. So before that, just verify for this item what is the on hand quantity. So go to item quantities, click on done. Okay, change the organization. Okay, I think we'll go to home page. Practice. So open inventory transaction. Go to inventory management. So now my inventory is same. Okay, now I want to verify what is the current on hand now for this item, same item. Click on search. Now how much it is? 130 each. So here UOM is each. Now when I do this transaction, So from here it has to come 300. 300 to 130, it would be 430. Okay, so let me see that. 3 lot, click on submit. Okay, now go back to here and just, sorry, we have to refetch that. Manage item quantities, give your item, click on search. See, now it would be 430. Why means because we defined a intra class conversion. Okay, so this is the way to define your intra class. Similarly, interclass. So the difference between intra-class and interclass is intra-class, the conversions we are defining within the same class name. Okay, if it is inter, the class name will be different. It means that class name is quantity, class name is liquid, what you call liters, class name is each, and class name is something MZs. Okay, if the class names are different, then that time how to define the conversion is using interclass. If class names are same, you can go for intra-class. That is the difference. Okay. Now we'll verify quickly how to define interclass. Sorry, go to setup and maintenance. Say manufacturing and supply. Go to items, interclass. So inventory organization also, you can keep your inventory. Click on search. RTE. Click on OK. Now we'll verify any interclass things are there. WDC, let me try. So give the item here. Click on search. So I think nothing is there here. Okay, fine, not a problem. So click on place. Now see here, you can find the to class from class, means that the classes will be different. Okay, now we'll take our different one. Will take to class is quantity, and from class I can make something mg, cubical centimeter, bundle of bomb, anything. So now from class is different and to class is different. If classes are different, you go for interclass. Okay, now I can make something one bundle. Bundle means some 1,000 reels or 1,000 each. Okay, so like that you can define your interclass. Now click on save and close. Now if you make some transaction for that, if your UOMs is bundle, then it will be 1. If it is UOM is each, it will be 1,000. Okay, let me quickly verify that. Go to inventory management, create one miscellaneous transaction. miscellaneous receipt. Use current cost, no, plus what is the item? This one is we did this one, right? Sub inventory. Okay. Now UAM I'm receiving in terms of bundles of bundle for bomb. Okay. So I want to receive only 2 bundles of bomb. And search. Okay. So I'll keep no. Okay. Go to view details. If it is current cost is no, you have to enter cost here. Click on place. Item price. Okay. Click on okay. Now submit. Okay. Now you can go and verify what is the on hand quantity. Click on search. See, you can see the 2000. Why 2000? Because the UAM for this specific item in the item master we defined as each. That is what, even if you receive in the bundles, it will show on hand quantity is 200 here. Okay. Now if you do the issue, for example, if I do the issue for one quantity of bundle, what system will do? System will redact 1000 on hand quantity from manage item quantities. So we'll quickly verify that. So whether the conversion has to be applicable for both issue as well as receipts. So we'll make one small transaction, miscellaneous. Go to issue. No. Click on plus. You take same item. Okay. Now UAM, I want to keep a bundle. See here it is showing available quantity is 2 bundle for bundle for bomb. That is the UAM name. If I take a each, system will display each and everything here. See, it will be showing 2000. So like that, based on the conversions, it is showing. Otherwise, if the conversion is not defined, it won't show that values here. If I give 1 here, go to account, click on search, select any value, use current cost, will keep as is, submit. Okay. Now you go and verify, it will show only 1000. Go to search, see, now 1000. So this is the way to define your interclass and intraclass. Intraclass means the class name will be same. Interclass means the class names are different. Okay. So with this, almost like 90% of product management things has been covered for SCM concern, SCM point of view. But if you want really develop what you call manufacturing and product development, that is some different vertical. So that will be like again, yes, we have so many other topics as well. So we are not going in that, we are going in the SCM point of view. Okay. So next class will start inventory management. So inventory management, I given the topics already. So if you want, I'll share one more time. So these are the things which we are going to do.
Okay,
Inventory,
these are your
yeah,
WhatsApp, yeah.
inventory transaction, lot and serial, inventory on hand, issue, warehouse, materials, all kind of stuff we are going to do.
Okay.
We'll start inventory or we'll continue next class?
for now, we'll finish. Okay,
Acha.
can you
Okay.
stop recording?
Yeah, fine.